I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? We back, man. We back. First I want to start off by saying I'm sorry I ain't uploading like a week. A lot of stuff been happening. Not bad stuff. I've been very busy painting my rims. My brother's going away for college, so I was trying to hang out with him a lot. I've been gassed. I've been gassed. So, back now. Before I get into this video, like and subscribe. But I feel like this is gonna be a really good video. I feel like the shit that I wrote down today. Oh, I lost 2 subscribers. That's crazy. Fuck y'all. But the shit that I wrote down for this video, the notes and stuff, I feel like this is a good video. Hopefully you can pick up some traction. But yeah, we're here to talk about another team. Today I want to focus on the Atlanta Hawks. Now, when I look at the Hawks, I feel like they are in the best place as far as the young teams in the league. And they're kind of in the worst place. And I'm going to go into that. But first off, again, I want to say like and subscribe, share, comment for the algorithm. Just help me out. But yeah, let's get back into this. The Hawks, man. I feel like they're in a really good spot. But later on, I'm going to tell you why it might be a bad spot. But to start it off, man, they're led by one of the best young guards that we have in this league, in Trae Young. A player with obvious MVP talent. And we've seen it in the playoffs. What he did in the playoffs didn't really surprise me. I said it going into the playoffs. I was like, a lot of people were saying like the Knicks were going to find a way to stop Trae Young. And if you stop Trae Young, then they're going to lose. A lot of people haven't had the Hawks losing in like 5. Let me take this number. A lot of people had the Hawks losing in like 5. I was like, no, the Hawks going to win. You're putting Trae Young, one of the most exciting players in the league, in Madison Square Garden, and you expect him to not play good. Bro, that's made for him. Like, the All-Star game is made for Trae Young. Madison Square Garden is made for Trae Young. And you've seen it, bro. He turned into an instant villain because he was just dominating them. Nobody could stop him. They had Alfred Payton, Reggie Bullock on him. Nobody could stop him. And it was really fun to watch. I didn't get his stats in the playoffs, but I know it was like he averaged like 29 and 10. He had to. He dominated them the whole playoffs. And then he went to the 76ers where I thought they were going to get demolished, and he dominated any matchup that he had, whether it was Ben Simmons, Matisse Thybulle, Danny Green. He just dominated everybody, and he kind of, I don't want to say he carried this team through the playoffs because they have a really deep, good team, but you could obviously tell he was a leader, and he didn't shy away from it, bro. His first playoffs was really exciting to watch. Then he went to the Bucks series. First game he dropped 45 or 48, and then it sucks that he got injured because I really do feel like this. If he didn't get injured, they probably would have beat the Bucks, and they probably would have won the whole thing. This Hawks team, their offense was just so hard to stop because they can hit you from anywhere. They probably would have won the whole thing. But yeah, shout out to Trae Young. He dominated the whole playoffs. And then when you look at it, the team and the organization, they put a perfect team around him last year. You got players around him like Herter, Bogdan, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Cam Reddish, Danilo Gallinari. They had a perfect team around Trae Young. They had shooters around Trae Young. They had defenders to hide him on defense, and they had lob threats. It was a perfect team for him. one of the most perfect players around him was John Collins. John Collins just fits him so well, especially off the pick and roll, because John Collins can fade back, shoot three, or John Collins can be one of the biggest lob threats in the league. You've seen it in the playoffs when he dunked on Embiid, and then when Trae Young threw that one crazy assist off the backboard, which was in the third quarter. I swear it was in the fourth quarter, but like watching the highlights, that was in the third quarter. He threw it off the backboard, and John Collins just came out of nowhere. I don't know why. I don't even know how he knew that was going to him. Maybe they talked, you couldn't really hear on the court. But, yeah, I don't know how he knew that because he came out of nowhere. But, yeah, I really like what I seen, especially from John Collins and Kevin Huerter in this playoffs. John Collins averaged 14 points, 9 rebounds, 35 for the 3, and 53 for the field. You might look at that and be like, that's not a lot, especially for John Collins, a player that averaged 20 points in the season. But this John Collins energy this playoffs and his defense that he played this playoffs was something that stood out to me a lot. The main reason why Clint Capella is on this team because they never felt comfortable with John Collins and his defense, so they needed to go get a big man, a solid big man, and John Collins really turned up in the playoffs. This whole team really turned up. John Collins, I was really excited from what I seen from the energy that he brought, the shooting that he brought. He played really good. He was able to guard 1 through 4. Yeah, he was able to guard 1 through 5. He had some possessions on Brook Lopez and shit, but he had a really good playoffs, and I was excited to see that. And he earned his money. I think he signed 4 years or 5 years, 120, and so he definitely earned his money. And I think he's a perfect number 2 option for Trae Young as they grow together. I think he can get a little bit more scoring, but I understand why he scored 13 points. Why he averaged 13 points, because when you look at this team, like I didn't even talk about everybody else. Damn near 5 people averaged double digits in the playoffs. They just so deep. But then you go to Kevin Huerter. Like I said, I was also excited to see what I seen from him. He averaged 11 points, 2.8 assists, 42 from the field, 35 from the line. Which when I looked at those numbers, I was like, what? I swore he had a better playoffs than that. But he did, bro. He did. The playmaking that he had, a very underrated playmaker, especially off the pick and roll. The shooting that he had, the defense that he had, it brought a lot to that playoffs. And then he had that one game in Game 7 where he just showed his ass. He was the only reason why the Hawks won that first half. First half, nobody was getting shots but him. I think Trae Young shot like 4 for 20 that game. But then Kevin Huerter was carrying them the whole way. He had 27, which was crazy. I swore he had more than that. But he had a really good game in that Game 7. But the other thing that I like seeing from this whole team is that they're just deep and they fit so perfectly. When you go down to the young talent that they had that's starting to find themselves in Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter. You seen DeAndre Hunter this early in the season. I said this in my past video. DeAndre Hunter averaged 17 points, 5 rebounds, 51 for the field, 36 from the 3. And if he didn't get hurt, he probably would have won Most Improved. DeAndre Hunter had a really good season to start off. And then when it came to the playoffs, he only played one series. But in that one series, he was very impactful because he guarded Julius Randle that whole series and he really just locked him down. Like, you could say Julius Randle had a bad shooting playoffs. No, he was getting locked down. DeAndre Hunter is capable of guarding 1 through 4, and he was locking him down. I was really excited to see that, and it sucks that he got injured in the playoffs because I feel like he would have been really, really big in that Milwaukee series. But other than that, you can see the growth in this game, the confidence in this game. Like I say, he started out averaging 17 points. Trae Young didn't have a great. The reason why Trae Young didn't make the All-Star game, he didn't start off really good. DeAndre Hunter was their best player. He was dogging in the first half of the season before he got hurt. He was dogging. Multiple 20-point games. He averaged 17 points, bro. I think the year before that, he averaged like 11. He was dogging. And it was really fun to see, bro. It was really fun to see, and it sucks that he got hurt. But you can always build on this. And then you had Cam Reddish. Yeah, Cam Reddish only played 4 games in the playoffs, but he showed you why everybody is so high on Cam Reddish, why everybody calls him Little Paul George, because he looked amazing in the playoffs. Averaged 12 points, 1.5 steals, 52 from the field, and 64 from the 3, which is, even though it was 4 games, 64 from 3 is crazy. In those 4 games, he played elite defense, especially on Chris Middleton, NBA champion Chris Middleton. He had a lot of times where he'll guard Chris Middleton. I don't know if it's 94 feet or 92 feet. One of those. He guarded Chris Middleton the whole court, and he did that for the whole second half. And he I wouldn't say he dominated. He made it hard for Chris Middleton. I think it was that game that Chris Middleton took off, and then they straight put Cam Reddish in right away, and then Chris Middleton started being passive. But Cam Reddish is turning into a really elite defender, a real piggy defender that's going to get in your grill, and I like that from him. A lot of people said that coming out of Duke that he was going to be the best defender out of those three, and they were right. And he even erupted for a game with 6 threes in that game 6. That 6 threes and was the reason why they was in it, because Trae Young was hurt. Everybody else was having their shots going down like that, but he was the energy for that team and for that stadium. That stadium was rocking in that game 6. And it's from Cam Reddish, bro. Cam Reddish had a great game, bro, all around, bro. 1.5 steals from him was great. And I'm gonna talk about him a little bit later, but you can see why everybody loves this team, because this team is just so deep with talent. And then to wrap it up with the talent that they have, I didn't even talk about Danilo and Bogdan, but like, they're kind of old. Danilo's like 33. Bogdan just turned 29. Kind of, I think Bogdan turned 30 actually. Bro, Bogdan wild, bro. Bogdan came in the league when he was 26. He was 26, bro. But you see, Bogdan's nice as hell. I just wish Bogdan was 26 right now. I wish he was 26 right now, not 29, 30. But then you see what they did in the draft, man. I feel like they had one of the best drafts out of any team in the league. They got what they needed. One thing I can say that they needed was backup playmaking. Going into the playoffs, when Trae Young got off the court, their playmaking was terrible. You want Lou Williams to be a playmaker, but he wasn't. That's not him. He's a bucket. And I feel like they addressed that in the draft by getting probably the best playmaker in the draft, and Sharif Cooper, who in his pro debut in the summer league surprised the hell out of me. I seen the whole day after the draft, and probably for the last week, especially when he started doing good in the summer league. Everybody was like, "Yeah, it's a steal of the draft. He's a sleeper. Why did he fall so low?" And I was like, bro, it's the reason why he fell so low. It's the height, bro. The height and the shooting. He's 5'8". He's my size in the shooting. But I see why people say that, bro. He probably should have been drafted a little bit higher, because that playmaking, that passing ability, like, he's coming in the league already probably a top 15 passer. Like, I can't name a lot of better passers than him, bro. It's just so effortless from him, bro. That passing is crazy from him. And I see why they drafted him, because they needed a backup playmaker, and they got the best playmaker in the draft. Even though he's small, just like Trae Young, I understand it, bro. It's better than Brandon Goodwin and Lou Williams as far as backup point guards. Not to say that they bad players, none of that. And he even had some really good games scoring wise. I think he had a 7-3 game against the Pacers where he hit that game winner, averaged 17 and 9 in summer league. So I liked him as a backup for this team. I like him as a backup for this team, bro. That playmaking is going to be really key for them, because when Trae Young's off the court, that bench unit is just shooting or isos. There's no playmaking in it. And then you back that up. Well, not even back that up, because this player was picked before him. But you back that up with getting John Collins Jr. and Jalen Johnson, who completely dominated in the summer league. Averaged 19 points, 9.5 rebounds, 57 from the field, 41 from the 3, which was a big thing for him, because shooting was something that a lot of people didn't know if he was really good at. They knew he was capable of it, but they knew it was going to take some work, and it's still going to take some work. It is summer league, and it was only 4 games, but shooting 41% from him, that's really good to see, especially when you look into the future. So I'm happy for him, because he was a controversial player. He went to like a couple different high schools, then dropped out of college and stuff. So I'm happy that he still got drafted, and he completely showed that why a lot of people were saying he's a lottery talent. And why a lot of people was having him go top 10. I still think he should have went top 10. He's a dog. And he's just like John Collins. He gets the buckets in the post. He's able to fade away not fade away, but he's able to fade out for the 3. A lob threat, a shot blocker. He's just like John Collins. You seen that dunk that he had, that block that he had in the summer league, bro. Athletic as hell. Him getting alley-oops from Trae Young, Kevin Huerter, Sharif Cooper is going to be crazy for them. And this team is so fucking talented. I don't mean to cuss, but they so talented. Like, these 2 rookies that they drafted, they are ready right now. They are. Sharif Cooper, Even though I say he's small, they have the defense to hide him on defense. They have the lob threats and just the shooting ability to make his playmaking even more better. And then you got not John Collins. I keep calling him John Collins Jr. Then you got Jalen Johnson, who's just athletic as hell, raw as hell. And if John Collins not playing as good for the next 2 years, trade his ass with that big contract that he have. You slide Jalen Johnson right into that role. That's crazy. But now to get into where I feel like they're in the worst spot in the league. You just heard me rave about this team for like the last, how long I've been filming, 14, 15 minutes. The reason why I love this team so much is because they're so deep and they're so young. And that's a good thing because you can package up a lot of these players to go get a Bradley Beal, to go get I don't know who else is in the trade block. Who else is on the trade block that want to get traded? Pascal, no, fuck no. That don't even sound good. Who's a center, bro? Wow, I'm stumped. To go get a Karl Anthony Towns, that's actually pretty good. To go get a Karl Anthony Towns, like they got a lot of players that they can package up and go get a big player. But my whole thing is, I don't think they should rush it. I don't think that at all, bro. This team is so young and so deep. Like I just said, if they didn't, Trae Young didn't get hurt, and DeAndre Hunter wasn't hurt for the two series after the Knicks series, they probably would have won the whole fucking thing. They probably would have beat the Bucks. The Bucks, especially with Giannis being hurt, they probably would have beat the Bucks. And if it was the Bucks, if it was the Hawks versus the Suns, I would have picked the Hawks, bro. It would have been hard for me to pick the Hawks. It would have. The way that Trae Young was playing was second to none. If Giannis didn't win the finals, Trae Young would have been the MVP of the playoffs. He dominated. And that's my whole thing with them. I understand you got the young talent, but I don't know if they should rush it to get better. That's why them making it that far in the playoffs is kind of scary, because now I feel like they're going to rush it and they're going to make the wrong move, like fuck around trade Jalen Johnson and fucking Kevin Huerter and Cam Reddish for fucking Jeremy Grant, like just to get veteran talent. Like I don't want them to rush it at all. I don't want that. You see Cam Reddish in these rumors all day, every day. You see that him and my Cavs are talking. We'll take it. We'll get you a first. We'll take it. But who the hell do we have that's going to make y'all better? You want Isaac Okoro? He's from Atlanta. Him and Shariq Cooper are like this. Why was that hard? Like this. You can have it, but like, bro, that's not the move. Why are you talking to the Cavs? What the fuck? You want Colin Sexton? He's from Atlanta. Him and Shariq Cooper are like, nah, I don't know. But I know he's from Atlanta. Like, what? Why are you talking to the Cavs? Well, Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish has a higher ceiling than anybody on our fucking team. So why are you talking to the Cavs? I didn't understand that when I seen it. And I understand Cam Reddish being on the trade block. Like I said, he had a really good playoffs, and they already a deep team, so it's going to be hard for him to get better. So you trade him for a big fish, I understand that, but I don't want them to rush it. They were right there. They were. Injuries killed them. It fucked them. Injuries killed them. And that's why I'm so scared for them to make that big move. Unless it's like a Bradley Beal. If it's a Bradley Beal, I understand it, but like I don't want them to rush it. That's why I feel like they're the worst position, because you can go either way. You really can. I don't want to say worse. I gotta really find a title for this video, because I don't want to say worse. Damn. I don't want to say worse, because like I just said, you could do good either way. You can trade for like a big fish, or you can just keep growing this young talent. But I'm more on the side of keep growing that young talent, because the young talent you have fits perfectly. They fit. This whole team fits perfectly. I can go from top to bottom. We got Trae Young, MVP talent, skip. Bogdan Bogdanovic, shoot, can score, skip. DeAndre Hunter, shoot, score, defend, A1 defender, skip. John Collins, shoot, score, defend, lob threat, shot blocker, skip. Clint Capella, shot blocker, lob threat, skip. Who's 6 man? Danilo, shoot, score, skip. Lou Williams, shoot, score, skip. Cam Reddish, defend, shoot, score, skip. Shariq, score, Assist, skip. Jalen Johnson, everything I said about John Collins, skip. Skylar Mays, everything I said about Sharif, skip. They so deep. They're so deep. So you can go out there and make a move. But I understand. Just grow that young talent, bro. Y'all deep as hell. Y'all deep as hell. And then you got Nate McMillan, who's a really good coach. Got their defense looking really good. I think they should just run it back, bro. I think they should run it back. The thing that fucked me up is, why the fuck are they talking to the Cats? Like I said, we will take it. I would love that. I wanted Cam Reddish over Darius Garland, even though Darius Garland is one of my favorite players. I wanted him coming out that draft, going to the Cavs. But, shit, if you want to give it to him, give it to us. But that's what a guy, you're not getting better. You want a first-round pick for Cam Reddish? Nigga, you better go get Bradley Beal or somebody, bro. I'm not trading Cam Reddish for no fucking first-round pick, bro. And I'm sorry I'm cussing a lot because I ain't gonna lie. The Hawks is one of my teams, bro. I like them boys. Pause. I like that team, bro. The Hawks team crazy, bro. Their team is crazy, bro. But yeah, other than that, man, that's it for this video. What time is it? Yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Should the Hawks rush it, go get a big fish, or should they run it back? Because I really think they should, bro. This team, it's talented as hell. They are. And, like, even if you go trade for Bradley Beal, that's not, let's be honest, that's not raising nothing. That's, especially in the East, that's not raising nothing. It's not. So, just grow this young talent out, bro. Grow this young talent out. But other than that, man, that's it for the video. I will talk to you guys. I'll try to get a video out tomorrow. I'll try. I mean Saturday. I'll try to get a video out. But other than that, man, that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.